Hey y'all! I've been trying to get this video for the concrete leaf castings done for the last week. Life keeps getting in my way, but today we're going to get it on. We are getting this done today. This first part of the video is just going to be a little bit of information about what it is I use to get these leaves done. I've watched a lot of the other videos that are online. I've read a lot of tutorials. I've tried a lot of things. And I've kind of combined all the things that I want to use and eliminated a lot of the things that I didn't like at all. And this is the procedure that I've come up with. Feel free to check out all the other ones if you'd like. I encourage that. First off, the concrete mix that I use for my leaves, you can use either the Quikrete Portland cement. Get a picture of that. That's a 42-pound bag. Or you can use the Quikrete mortar mix. That's a 27-pound bag, which is a little bit easier for me to handle. Either one of these work fine. You're going to get a lot of the good detail that you want. Second thing, I do not use water to mix my whichever one of these I use. I use the concrete acrylic fortifier. You can get this at Home Depot. You mix it 50-50 water. I keep it pre-mixed in a jug. I just pour this in, fill this with water, pour it in. It's good to go. I use this because we live in an area where we're prone to early frosts. And if you're anything like me, you forget to bring everything in before the first frost that should be brought in. And moisture will get into your concrete product. It will freeze, and you now have a jigsaw puzzle left over. It'll break into pieces. This will make your finished product waterproof. So you don't have to do a concrete sealer on the leaf afterwards, which I like because not only does it eliminate a step, it also prevents me from covering up a lot of the fine detail with the sealer. And when I go in to paint it later, you lose the detail that you want to begin with. You end up with more of a flat surface. I don't like that. You need plastic. I use this plastic. Do not use like a roll of saran wrap. It's not wide enough, and anywhere that you've overlapped the saran wrap to make it wide enough, you're going to have a line wherever that is. This is going to pick up every little detail. This, you get a ton of plastic. It's nice and thin, easy to work with. You're going to reuse all this multiple times, so you get a lot of use out of it. It's very inexpensive. I just picked this up out of the clearance aisle at Walmart for like $3.80 or something like that. And I can get a lot of projects out of that. You're going to need rubber gloves. Don't work with the concrete. Don't work with the concrete without rubber gloves. It's going to eat your skin right off, and you'll never get it out of your nail beds, and nobody wants that. Get gloves that are going to fit you almost too small, because when you're working with the concrete's going to weigh the gloves down and pull them off, so you want them to fit real snug. Optional, they do have concrete colorant that you can add to your mix. I actually don't use this very often. I got this at Home Depot. They've got a couple of colors to choose from. At some point, I'm going to try this. You can get, this is a liquid, but you can get a wide range of colors online that are powders that you can mix. Something for you to play with. This is rebar wire, and I use this to make little appendages that I attach to the back of my items that I make, whether it's a leaf or one of my other castings. It's gonna, after you have the concrete on the leaf, it's gonna sit right here. You'll cover it with concrete, and this is gonna allow you to hang this on a fence or on a wall, or even if you have this on a table, it'll kind of act like a kickstand and kind of prop it up a little bit so it doesn't lay flat. Optional. You don't have to have that at all. This is also optional, by the way. If you have no intention of putting your product outside, or if you're a lot better at bringing pins in and making sure that they don't get frozen, just use the water. This is just something that I opt to do. I have a brush to make sure that once you've got your sand built up and your leaf is on here, and you're getting ready to cover it, you can just brush any sand that you will end up with sand on top of your leaf, and you don't want that on the surface of your finished product. And you're going to need leaves. I was donated these leaves by a very nice lady, and thank you very much once again. This is a kind of a smaller leaf. However, if you notice the edging on a leaf, the more of this ruffling that you have, the more difficult of a project you've got ahead for yourself. If you can start out with your first project doing something like a hosta leaf, something that's more flat, just till you get the hang of working with the concrete and how this all goes together, I highly recommend that. Your leaf is not going to come out looking like this, guaranteed. Trying to get your sand built up to support all the waves and frilliness is very, very time consuming. It took me probably close to an hour just to get the sand under here. Don't move everything around, I'm telling you. Take your time. That is the most consuming time part of the project, is the sand. However your sand is formed, that's what your leaf is going to come out looking like. If you rush it, you get what you give. Let's see. I think that covers just about everything. I've got my sand down. Oh, the wet sand. I forgot the sand. I keep my sand in a bucket. It's just sand that I bought at Home Depot. And I keep it in a tub. You wet it down and you use it like you're building a sand castle. It's going to support the weight of the concrete on top of it. Keep a lid on top of your sand to keep debris out, because any kind of sticks, twigs, leaves, concrete pieces that end up in there, it's going to show through in your finished product, believe it or not. You'd be amazed how much detail this is going to pick up. And also it keeps all the neighborhood cats from wanting to baptize your bucket of sand. So keep a lid on that when you're not using it. I think that's about it for right now. I'm going to cut for just a second. I'm going to get my concrete mixed, and I'll be right back and we'll get this bad boy started. See you in a few.